I know, because they've offered me nearly $15,000 to do just that.
I went to your Twitter line because that's all you be doing is lying. We need to change your name to Carol and Brian because women like you is the reason why Emmett Till got killed, okay?
The woke people are fighting online again, and their tears are absolutely delicious. Now, our story today starts with a TikToker named Madeline Pendleton, who I've followed for years because she is a self-avowed communist with more than 2 million followers, who also randomly simps for and defends and says that it's actually great North Korea? Yes, I'm serious about that one, guys, but that's a story for another day. Madeline is the villain of the internet, the villain of TikTok right now, because she recently posted a video alleging that the Democratic Party operatives offered her tens of thousands of dollars to post TikTok content that was pro-Kamala or anti-Republican. Take a listen to this original video, which set off a massive firestorm that I did not expect.
Did you guys know that the Democratic Party is paying people on TikTok thousands and thousands of dollars to make videos talking about how awesome the Democratic Party is? I know, because they've offered me nearly $15,000 to do just that, to try to take attention away from that whole genocide thing. And I also know because I've unfortunately had to follow mutuals who started posting content suspiciously in line with the pitches I received to do just that within around 48 hours of me receiving those pitches. And suspiciously, nobody is disclosing on TikTok that they are getting paid to make videos just like this. So, since nobody wants to tell you the Democrats are paying them thousands of dollars to talk about how awesome the Democrats are, I'm going to tell you, you guys should be aware that when you see videos like that, the Democrats are actively paying people to talk about how awesome the Democrats are.
So I saw this video before it blew up because I follow Madeline, and to me it wasn't particularly remarkable because this is just obvious. I mean, I've seen influencers who never cover politics or almost never talk about politics suddenly making videos about Project 2025 where they repeat the same talking points over and over again, or suddenly making videos talking about reproductive rights where they say the same few things over and over again. I've even seen them shilling for like Kamala's bizarre communist grocery store crackdown she's talked about, or other things that you know aren't organic. They didn't wake up one day and decide to talk about when their TikTok page is normally dedicated to them screaming about men in a car video. As somebody who's worked in both politics and content creation and the intersection of the two, it's just immediately obvious to me that there's been money floating around, including on both sides, by the way, including on the Democratic side, for influencers to put out certain talking points and messages. I didn't see how this was controversial for Madeline to point out, especially because she apparently, at least according to her, has received the offers personally, so isn't making it up. But a certain segment of progressive TikTok, particularly some notable black TikTokers, lost their ever-loving mind at Madeline for reasons that really still aren't clear to me. In this video, a black creator labels her a lying heifer and repeatedly rants about palm-colored people while gesturing to his hand, because that's normal.
About how awesome the Democratic Party is. I know, because they've offered me nearly $15,000 to do just that, to try to take attention away from that whole genocide thing.
You're lying, sis. The Democratic Party ain't paying shit. And the receipts that you dropped on Twitter, because I went to your Twitter line. I went to your Twitter line because that's all you be doing is lying. We need to change your name to Carol and Brian because women like you is the reason why Emmett Till got killed. Okay? Because women like you be lying and it's detrimental to my mother community. Stop lying, sis. You were offered a contract by Vocal, not the DNC, not the Democratic Party, not Kamala Harris's campaign, but Vocal. And do you know why? They said the reason why we don't want you to say Kamala Harris's name or not to explicitly endorse Kamala Harris is because they are non-partisan, non-profits. They cannot endorse anybody.
And of course, what would a TikTok hate video be without gratuitous accusations of racism?
Then your ass want to sit here and spend it talking about genocide. I have Palestinians in my family. Girl, your ass ain't motherfucking bounded by motherfucking blood. I'm sure that they married into your family. You just remind me of these racist ass people that will sit here and say, I'm not racist. I don't hate black people. I have black people in my family. Well, baby, that's about everybody. Because if you look at slavery, child, did you not know master used to go in there and sexually assault my motherfucking ancestors and then have his motherfucking children, right? while he continued to use them as slaves, enslave his own motherfucking mixed children. See, it's y'all. Y'all be pissing me off because y'all think because I live in a blue state, and I'm sure you live in a blue state, right? I'm sure you live in a blue state. You moved away from your racist ass family and you moved to a blue state where you thought it was going to be safe, rather than you doing the real motherfucking work and trying to convert your family, giving them the right information, trying to make them to be socialists, right? But instead, I'm going to do the easy thing and just move away and only show up when it's Thanksgiving and Christmas and during the holidays. You in Chapel Roman ain't no damn different from her motherfucking Republican ass damn uncle.
So, he seems stable and not at all unhinged. I mean, she made an allegation that Democrats offered her money to make videos, which, even if it was false, how did he seriously just compare that to white women who lied about being assaulted and got black men lynched? And how did we end up with a long rant about slavery? Like, the Delulu is off the charts. And this was a very popular video, but it was only one of many videos attacking Madeline, calling her a liar, accusing her of racism. Again, not really sure where that part's coming from, but take a listen to another video calling out Madeline.
Why are you lying? Ain't no Democratic Party offered you no thousands of dollars to stop it, man. And then I looked through your page. I was about to be like, yo, why don't you just post it on TikTok? If it's true, post it on TikTok. Then you gave a tired excuse as to why you ain't posted on TikTok. Baby, we know why you ain't post those fake receipts on TikTok about no Democratic Party offering you thousands of dollars. Because if you posted on TikTok, TikTok would have ate you up like they eating you up right now. It's so dangerous when white people lie, bro.
So what's funny about this is she did post the receipts on both Twitter and TikTok. Here's her video showing proof of her claims.
I'm not sure why people decided that it was a lie that the Democratic Party offered to pay me nearly $15,000 to make videos talking about how awesome they were leading up to the election. I posted screenshots on my Twitter, but I'll post them here too, okay? This is what it is. One TikTok, $2,500. And if you're interested, they want to work together monthly, every month leading up to the election. This pitch came in August, so that's 4 months. So that is $10,000. The company handling it is Vocal Media. Vocal Media, who is paid according to the Federal Election Commission by the DCCC, the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, which is a political committee dedicated to electing Democrats to the House of Representatives. Democrats who are running for the House of Representatives are part of the Democratic Party. I've seen some people being like, well, it wasn't the DNC or Kamala Harris. Yeah, it was not the DNC. I never said it was the DNC. I said it was the Democratic Party. And they are definitely the Democrats running for House of Representatives, part of the Democratic Party. I'm not sure why people have this like really narrow view of what the Democratic Party were. Some people are like, well, technically they didn't offer you money. Vocal Media offered you money. They pay Vocal Media to do their ad placements. It's their money. It's their pitches. And the pitches look like this. They're all about talking about what the Democrats are doing, how the Democrats are fighting for working people. This is one of the pitches. And I received a second offer afterwards from the same company for content, $2,500 to $3,500. So on top of the last $10,000, that's $13,500 I've been offered. And that's the one where they specifically said, do not directly say vote for Kamala Harris for legal purposes. It's not a lie.
So as far as I'm concerned, these receipts pretty much vindicate her story. I mean, she could have clarified that she got the money offer from a Democrat affiliated group that's funded by the Democrats, that's doing their media work for them and getting ads placed, that's technically nonpartisan. But I mean, when they're pushing ads in the build-up, undisclosed paid influencer ads in the build-up to an election, where they're specifically paying you to talk about how good Democrat policies are and how bad Republican policies are for the working class and for this country, that clearly is actually trying to get people to vote a certain way. And two, the fact that it's done through an intermediary, while I think Madeline probably should have clarified that, is standard practice and doesn't change the fact that it's essentially a Democratic front group. The money's coming from the Democrats and their actual branches and groups like the DCCC. And it's, yeah, I mean, the basic thrust of this story here, she was offered tens of thousands of dollars to say good things about Democrats in the run-up to the election by Democrats, is true. But all these people freaked out on her for over a week now. And I just showed you 2 videos of literally hundreds of people losing their shit and accusing her of being some evil white devil liar. The thrust of her story is true. And not surprising. To be clear, I think Madeline Pendleton is a Looney Tune. She literally calls herself a communist and simps for North Korea. But I'm going to be honest with you and defend people when they're in the right, even if I don't personally agree with them or like them very much. And two, this story matters because it shows you just the media and civic and news illiteracy that so many young people have online, especially the kinds that get their news from TikTok. Like they're acting like it's some crazy conspiracy theory lie that people would ever be paid to post things around an election on social media. Babe, that's extraordinarily common. You guys don't know this? And also, Madeline has an important point that these influencers are required by TikTok's terms of service to disclose that these are paid ads, and then a little sponsored content badge is attached to the video, but many of them aren't doing that. And they're breaking the rules and getting away with it. And you can tell from the talking points and from the subject matter and the delivery that it is a sponsored video, but they're not marking it as such as like they're supposed to. So she's raising a perfectly valid concern and pointing out something that's obviously true and real. Yet people lost their minds on her because apparently just supporting dear leader Kamala is the most important thing, and pointing out any inconvenient facts is simply not allowable. And again, threw these accusations of racism at her for literally no reason. It's just wild. And it's once again just this boy who cried wolf phenomenon of these people throwing around these accusations just willy-nilly, and in doing so stripping them of their gravity and of their seriousness. And that's such a disservice to the actual people who still struggle with these issues and racism, and the people who are racist and do need to be held accountable, because now nobody takes you seriously because you throw around the word racism and racist like candy on Halloween. TikTok is such a bizarre and dark and ignorant place sometimes, especially when it comes to politics. But I do want to stand up for people when they're in the right, even if I think they're crazy. And I also want you guys to be aware of just how ignorant many of these echo chambers truly, truly are. What do you think of this wild story? Let me know in the comments below, and do hit that like button.